The concept behind computer role-playing games, or CRPGs, is simple. You assume control over a playable character or avatar in a virtual world. In massively multiplayer online role-playing games, or simply MMOs, your character shares that virtual reality with other players' avatars. You interact with others in the game world through the actions of your character. Your character collects loot, earns experience points, and develops powers and abilities. These powers are relevant to the experience of the character playing the game, not so much you, the player, playing the game. RPGs have an immersive, addictive quality. The sounds, graphics, action, violence, and even sex can be very compelling. One can become completely mesmerized by the experience of being a character in the virtual game world, and one can lose oneself in such a game for hours, hypnotized by the game. Anyone who has ever played these sorts of games, or just about any immersive or addictive video game really, knows how easily one can become lost in the game and start to eat, sleep, and breathe World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy Online, Diablo 4, Path of Exile, RuneScape, Minecraft, or whatever. There are many documented cases of video game addiction, particularly the loss of self within the virtual world of some MMOs. The question is, if we know it is possible to lose oneself in an MMO, is it not worth considering the possibility that we are, all of us, lost in the much more enticing, convincing, and mesmerizing world of 3D reality? Imagine that consciousness can be split so that the player playing the game and the player losing themselves in the game world is separated into two selves. 97% of the consciousness of the player is lost within the character of the game universe. That separated consciousness erroneously identifies itself as me, myself, and I, and acts and reacts in accordance with the mechanical programming associated with the character in the game, along with the power, control, advancement, and reward systems built into the virtual game world. They think of themselves as being a self-aware individual simply experiencing reality. Their thought process, dictated by the binary nature of the mechanical programming, is defined by dialectic reasoning, thesis, antitheses. Their craving for the sensation of an activated reward center, pleasure, is equaled only by their aversion toward the sensation of an activated penalty center, pain. The game world is not only real to them, their mind begins rationalizing a worldview completely identified with the I of the false self. They lose awareness of their true self, the player. This is the state of humanity. We are fascinated, hypnotized, and completely addicted to the 3D universe, identified with our in-universe avatar, and ignorant of our true nature as players. Like the MMO player who loses awareness of the real world as they become wholly absorbed by their character in the virtual game world, our human-like machine completely dominates our consciousness to the point where we forget who we truly are, the being in human being. This loss of self is what is allegorized in science fiction as the rise of the machines, the dominance of our psyche, our consciousness asleep. Conditioned by the self-preservation instinct, sensations of pleasure and pain, and other algorithms governing in-game AI designed to facilitate mechanical existence in the digital game world. Fear, anger, lust, greed, gluttony, pride, laziness, etc. Such reactive programs serve a practical purpose in mechanical nature: self-preservation, procreation, cessation of hunger, social hierarchical organization, conservation of energy, etc. When the algorithms governing our animal nature fall out of balance, we become out of control. The evidence? Look within yourself, or observe what a heartless, machine-like psychopath is capable of. Look to the tendency among certain individuals, groups of investors, and their corporate vehicles to relentlessly pursue dominance in the marketplace. The vast majority of activity on this planet is not the work of human beings, but of human-like machines. intellectual hominids governed almost entirely by artificial intelligence, AI.